This video is for the Desmos problem at the top of your practice for today. If you need, hopefully you're watching this if you need help reviewing what we did yesterday with Desmos. Okay, so it says the counselors at Fairview High School, that happens to be the name of where I went to high school, but the problem already had that, so it's kind of cool. They suspect that students who are signed up for too many extracurricular activities, that's like sports and clubs, and thinks that it negatively affects their academic performance. She compiled the information in this table. So the table has the number of activities on the left here and the GPA of the student. We're going to type that data into Desmos and write a line of best fit for the scatter plots. Okay, so here's how we're going to do that. We're going to go to Desmos. So hopefully you have Desmos pulled up. There's your Canvas page. Remember, to type something into Desmos, you would do the plus sign in this top left, and you hit table. Under X1, you type those numbers for extracurricular activities. So 0, 1, 3, 5, and 6. Now on the right side, you type the GPA that goes with each of those. 3.5, 3.5, 3.1, 2.8, and 2.5. Now you should see this little scatter plot coming up over here. Those are your points. So when we look at that, you should be able to look at that before we even start and say that's a negative scatter plot. And it looks pretty strong because those points look pretty close to a line. Now the next thing you do, your paper tells you to do this, is to type y1 tilde mx1 plus b into the next box underneath. So down here, you're going to type y, and then you just hit 1, y1, and it makes it a subscript. Now to find the tilde, remember you can go about it a couple ways. Here we went to the letters, and it's down in the lower right. Tilde, then you need m, x, then we type 1 again, plus b. Now you do not have to go to this keypad. I have to because I'm on the TV, or on the smartboard. If you're on your computer, you can just type M and B from the keypad that's on your computer. And here's a lot of information. You should see that it put a line through your scatter plot. That's your line of best fit. Here's this information. Here's what I'm going to do so we can reference it. I'm going to snip it over to the page that we're on. So now that should be right here. We'll reference that. I'll move it around, but I'll put it right here for now, and then I'll move it when I don't need it anymore. So we have our y equals. So I'm going to do, actually, whoops. Oh man, I want this. Okay, so I'm going to move this guy right down here a little bit. So I need my y equals. M is my slope. So I look for here. Here's my m, right? That goes first. M, I'm going to write as negative 0.17. And then I come in x. So I just have to put x. I don't have to put x of 1. And then I do my b, my y-intercept, which is this guy right here. Right? That comes plus b. That is a positive number, so I'll do plus 3.59. I'll go to 2 decimal places. That's the equation. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is interpret the slope. So let's see, students' GPA, when we're interpreting the slope, remember we're interpreting the number that's in front of the x. So it's a student's GPA tends to, now it's negative, and we saw that again on our scatter plot here. So the slope, or the GPA tends to go down or decrease by this amount, by 0.17 points, and slope, we've always said, is for every one extracurricular you're involved in. So this data says that the more extracurriculars, every one you're involved in, your GPA is going down by 0.17 points. Now we're going to interpret the y-intercept, and here the y-intercept is that constant that's by itself. Remember, when we do a y-intercept, that's always where x equals 0. And here x is where the extracurricular activities. So a student who does 0 extracurriculars should have a GPA of 3.59. That's what the model says. Is that always true? No, but that's what this data is telling us. Now it says, what's the R value? Well, when I look down here at my printout, I know there's R squared. I want just the regular old R right here. And that R value is negative 0.9847. Now, negative 0.98. We've done ranges of numbers. Remember we said 0 to 0.2 is a weak R value. 0.2 to 0.7 is moderate. And 0.7 to 1 is strong, positive or negative. Now, negative 0.9 is in that strong range. So do we think this is a good fit for the data? Yes, it's a really strong R value. Because it's strong, we can answer the next part. This means there tends to be a strong, and it's a negative R value, so a strong and negative relationship between the number of extracurricular activities and a student's GPA. We will spend more time on this skill with Desmos on Monday, but hopefully that refreshes your memory a little bit, and then you can go ahead and do the rest of the multiple choice that's on the practice here.